What's up everyone, my name is Daniel Golub, and in this video today I'm going to be showing you the best warm-up that you can do for any workout. While there are many different types of workouts such as lifting, playing sports, HIIT workouts, Pilates, there's one thing that they all have in common, and it's that you want to have a dynamic stretching warm-up right before you do them. Now what exactly are dynamic stretches? Well, for example, if you hold a lunge position like this to stretch your quad for 30 seconds to a minute, that is static stretching. That relaxes your muscles. You do not want to do that before you work out. But a dynamic stretch would be something such as holding it for 2 seconds, letting go, doing some butt kicks. Those are the two main differences between dynamic stretching, which is what you want to do before a workout, compared to static stretching, which is what you want to do after a workout. So if you're watching this video today, I'm here to show you one of the best dynamic stretching warm-ups that you can do before any type of workout. I myself am a professional athlete. I played professional basketball. I've learned these stretches from professional trainers. I've worked with some of the best Pilates instructors in the world. I've worked with some of the best fitness trainers in the world. And all of them have said that these stretches in this dynamic stretching warm-up are some of the best that you can do before you work out. Before we get started, if you have really sore hips, whether it's your hip flexors here, whether it's your hips back here, anything up here, I have a full hip mobility routine guide. I'll attach the video above. So before you watch this, if your hips are super tight, go check that out, and then you can come back to this to do before any of your workouts. So enough talking, I just want to show you guys these stretches. If you're watching the video and you have any questions on absolutely anything, please let me know in the comments, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. So let's get it. Best dynamic stretching warm-up that you can do before any workout. Let's go. At the start of every workout, I usually like to jog, so you can do this on a treadmill or in any open space just for a minute or so. After you jog, I want you to start doing some back pedals. It could be slow, it could be medium, it could be fast, it could be all three, but this just helps with everything, our coordination, and to get warmed up. After that, I'm pointing to my hip flexor and quad there because we have a hip flexor and quad stretch. This is the beginner level, so you're going to hold for 3 or 4 seconds, switch legs, and hold onto the chair for another 3 or 4 seconds. Once again, this is the beginner level, so if you can do this and you're more experienced and you feel like you need a bigger stretch, we're doing the same exact thing, holding onto our foot, we're feeling that stretch in our quad and our hip flexor, except we're doing a RDL on the other leg. This gets the other leg involved, and it helps us with our balance as well before we work out. Then we're going to get into some butt kicks. You can do these standing still if you don't have a lot of space, but if you do have space, I want you to move around and do butt kicks to the wall and back. Next up, we're going to be working our lower glutes and our hamstrings. All we're going to do is pull on our knee and our tibia and pull our leg up. This really stretches that, and it also provides some relief to our lower back. After we're done with that, we're going to get into some high knees. This is really good for warming up. Once again, if you have some space, definitely do it in that space. If you do not, standing in place and doing these are okay. Once I'm done with those, I'm going to return to my hip flexor area, get into a lunge position, and reach up with my right arm and then reach up with my left arm. This not only is a really good stretch for your hip flexor and your quad, but it's really good to get your T-spine moving, to get your shoulders feeling good, and honestly, this is one of my favorite overall dynamic stretches you can do. This is also really good for poor posture, so if you don't have the best posture, definitely try this out, and I think it will help with that too. Once we complete that, we're getting right into some adductor and groin work. We're just stretching these out. These are one of the most injury-prone areas on the body if you do not warm up, especially when performing lateral movements. So I definitely would recommend doing this before any physical activity. All it takes is 30 seconds. Just lean back and forth, reverse sides, and do it again. As you can see, I'm not leaning forward. I'm not leaning backwards. I'm keeping my weight on the middle of my foot and performing this until I feel loose. One of my favorites is the karaoke, which you can see right here. One leg goes in front and that same leg goes in the back, and we keep performing that back and forth. When we do this, we stretch everything, our arms, our back, our legs. But I want you to see right here, when I'm doing this, I do a high knee with the front leg as well. So high knee, back, high knee, back. Continue this and you'll feel loose. Once you complete those, I'm pointing to my hips right there and my glutes. And these are the tightest part of my body. Typically, I wake up every day with tight hips and tight glutes because of how much running, strength training, and standing I do. And this really loosens my hips up before I do any stretching. That is the advanced level. So if you're a beginner, grab a chair or anything you can hold on to and grab your leg with the opposite arm. Just trust me, try these, and you'll feel good to go for any exercise you're about to do. Now I'm pointing to my whole hip area here, and the reason why I was doing that is because we're doing hip openers and hip closers, also known as close the gates and open the gates. This really opens up your hips and makes you feel loose. The other stretches we were doing for our hips and our glutes were more so just like holding a position for a few seconds, but this is going through a certain range of motion that we feel when we lift, when we run, when we walk, and so on. Also, when you do this, you get a crazy pump from holding and pulling your legs. I don't know why, I do, you may not. But now we're moving on to the posterior chain. We're working our hamstrings right now. As you can see for this, my back is not bending, so I'm just kind of hinging at my hips. I'm feeling a stretch in my upper calf and my lower hamstring, and once again, I'm not bending my back. I'm crossing one leg over the other and performing this exercise. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to do the same thing, but now I'm bending my back. So in addition to the hamstrings, I'm stretching my lower back as well. All I do is 10 pulses, and I try to get lower every single time while I'm doing this. This is a very good warm-up for the lower back and the hamstrings. After that, I'm going to move on to the calves, and I'm going to do a calf stretch. All it is holding onto your toes for 2 or 3 seconds and pulling them towards yourself and repeating on the other leg. You can do this walking forwards, or you can do it standing in place like I am. Either way works as long as you feel a stretch. That's the important part. Now we're going to work our hamstrings. Just perform some RDLs. Don't move your knees. As you can see, my knees are not moving. I'm just hinging at my hips, moving my butt back, and coming back up. This will really get your hamstrings warmed up and ready to go. The last part of the dynamic stretching warm-up is these leg swings right here. This gets our calves, our hamstrings, our glutes, our hips, our lower back, basically everything you can think of. And the good thing about all of these dynamic exercises in this warm-up is that you don't need any equipment. You can do them from anywhere with anything. You just need a wall and some space. I'm doing my left leg right here. One leg may feel a bit tighter than the other. My right leg feels a bit tighter than my left, but this is really good for just loosening your body up and warming up. Here you feel your groins less and your IT band less, but you just feel your quad a lot when the foot is back, and you feel your hamstring and calf a lot when your foot is up. I used to only be able to get my foot to my chest, but now after a lot of experience, I can get it up all the way to my head, and that just comes with time and practice of getting more flexible. So that is it for the dynamic stretching warm-up. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and I'm happy to answer them. For this warm-up, you should not be stretching one of your body parts for too long. It should just be for 2, 3, maybe 4 seconds, and then you'll switch to the other leg. This dynamic stretching warm-up is for your lower body mostly. It does incorporate some of your upper body, but it's for your lower body. However, if you do have anything on your lower body or upper body that's tight, and when you do this warm-up, it doesn't really loosen it up, please let me know in the comments, and I'll make a separate video showing how to warm up that specific body part. Definitely go try this before your next workout. I promise you it will help. If you follow the directions and follow the steps in this video and complete all the stretches, your body will feel loose and ready to go. But that is all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. In the beginning of this video, I attached the hip mobility series, so if you want to go check that out, if you have tight hips, definitely go check that out. If not, I'm going to attach a separate video right here that has 10 static stretches that you can do for after your workout to feel better the next day. Once again, thank you for watching. Please make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and let me know what videos you want to see next. I'll talk to you guys soon. We out.